Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Not Too Comic Book. This being a show where I talk about TV shows or adaptations of comic books. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about Wynonna Earp. Now, I'm going to start off with saying this. Initially, I was going to put this as part of Super Fantify, but then I saw at the beginning of the episode, and I ended up looking it up afterwards. Well, actually, during the commercial break, and found out that this show is based on a in the show they call it a graphic novel. When I looked it up online, it was kind of considered a comic book. They're kind of they're similar format, they're just differently, obviously. So I was like, you know what, since it is based on a little bit of a comic book series, I might as well just make it part of Not Too Comic Book. So here it is. But I really like this show, especially that beginning, which was like really messed up on their part, because basically you have that girl that Wynonna kind of got close to a little bit, Kirsten, and she got off the bus, and the driver as well as the other people kind of got a little creeped out. So they're like, Wynonna's like, no, there's still Kirsten out there, and it's like, yeah, sorry, we're about to leave. And she's like, okay, whatever. She gets off the bus to go after Kirsten. You see the bus leaving in the background, and Wynonna's like, assholes. And I'm like, right? Who does some shady crap like that? I know you're scared, but seriously. But sadly, she found Kirsten in the woods, her head chopped off. A very interesting introduction to Wynonna, because she basically came back home to Purgatory, which, very nice name, her hometown. Basically, she's kind of the black sheep of not just the family, the entire town, because she's one of the few people that knows that demons exist, and she said stuff like that when she was a little kid, because it seems like her dad raised her and her sisters, because she had two sisters, and we find out that the eldest, I think her name was Willow or Willa, ended up, being gutted by the demons. And essentially, no one else in her family really knows they exist. Maybe her uncle did, I'm not sure. But she ends up finding out that her uncle was killed by a demon. But, her aunt, Gus, was like, no, you need to stay out of, leave town again. You're nothing but, you're delusional. You're not on your meds and stuff like that. And that, your sister was doing good without you being here. You being here is just going to cause more problems. Which is kind of sad. It's in that realm of like, what's going on, but no one else in the world knows what's going on. It's like everyone's like, oh, this is some delusional girl. It's like I said, it's not just her family. There's lots of people in town, because basically she became a bit of a troublemaker, because, it was kind of her way of rebelling, because everyone didn't, believe her. She even left town because her sister is like, oh, I haven't seen you in 3 years. She left town because she didn't want her sister to be, kind of consumed by who she is, basically, because it's like, oh, there's weird Wynonna, so oh, here's her sister. She didn't want her sister to be treated like that, so that's why she left. Essentially, it seems, from what I could gather, it seems like there were 77 people that Wyatt Earp, the gunslinger, killed back in the day, and basically those people turned into demons and are trying to set themselves free by killing all the Earps, because Wynonna is the current heir. The curse activates when you turn 27. So, and I love the fact is that she's not instantly good with the gun. I love that she's piss poor, because it does seem like she does gain some supernatural abilities as being the heir, because she's like lifting herself in the air and like literally kicking ass, because she literally like does kind of like a super like high in air flip at the beginning, plus she's like in the air kicking one of the demons later on in the episode. So I do like the effect. And the gun, side note, is known as the Peacemaker. I really like that. And it's like when she is going up against the demons, and it's like the inscriptions on it fire off. Truth be told is, I know it's a little weird to make this comparison, because I remember hearing talk about this a long time ago, that Supernatural was going to have a spin-off about Samuel Colt, because he had that special gun that basically fired bullets that could kill any demon. I haven't watched Supernatural in a while, so I don't remember if that's still even a story element or not. I don't think I forgot. I totally forgot whatever happened to the gun. Because basically at one point they started making regular bullets because initially the gun only came with special bullets, but then I'm going way off board. Anyway, they were going to make like a Samuel Colt like spin-off, basically about a Wild West show about someone hunting demons. So to me, that's what initially came across my mind, because it does have a very Western style to it. But I mean, granted, they're two different things. It's just, that's what initially came to my mind when I started seeing this show, because I had no idea what it was about. When obviously killing demons and stuff like that is the premise, obviously, but it's like at the really harder to show. I didn't really know what it was going to be about, because apparently there's also like a U.S. Marshal who's a part of a group. I forgot what their name is, but basically they know demons exist, and essentially they asked Wynonna to become their next marshal. I mean, become a part of the team. She's a deputy now, so I really dug this season premiere, series premiere, and it was kind of interesting seeing how like Wynonna wanted, she kind of wanted to leave town with her sister, but sadly it seems like she wanted to just simply pop into purgatory just to make sure that come to her uncle's funeral, but now she's staying, dealing with demons. Kind of sad fact is when you find out that basically she killed her own dad because she was trying to shoot one of the demons, but demons that were dragging him away, but ended up shooting him because like she was a kid, and it's a very distinct gun. It has a very long barrel to it, so probably like lining up a shot is very hard with that gun, especially when you're a little kid. You probably can't even hold it, the weight of the gun and everything like that. But it's kind of sad. But I'm really interested to see for a lot more of the show. It looks pretty interesting, so be expecting to hear more about it. But that's really all I want to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.